When I was growing up, my parents used to embarrass the heck out of me by going to stores and asking all the employees, where was this made? Was it made in China?
Yeah.
What about this? What about this? What about this?
Yeah.
They weren't asking because they thought the products were inferior. Quite the opposite. They were extremely proud of their Chinese heritage and working class roots. In fact, my mum made this jumper when she was 19, working her first job at a factory in Guangzhou. Economic reforms in the late 1970s opened China up to the world. The chairman then, Deng Xiaoping, declared the 4 modernisations: reform to agriculture, industry, defence and science and technology. And soon, manufacturing took its place as the backbone of China's economy.
I would say late 1990s, especially after the new millennium, the rise of consumerism really taking hold, so people are encouraged to spend very crucially by the state government.
Thanks to low labour and material costs, China has been able to make big name brands for a fraction of the price, and developed countries like Australia lapped it up. On the flip side, China has been mocked for pumping out bad knockoffs, like the Landwind SUV and Sunbucks coffee, plus plenty of other cheap and cheerful goods we probably don't need, like umbrella hats, butt pads, and fish slippers. I wonder if they sing when you walk. Hello. Jokes aside, China is now fighting hard to be taken seriously when it comes to consumer products, not just by the rest of the world, but by its own citizens too.
Olympic game is a little bit of kind of change China's image kind of globally slightly. People think, okay, this is the country can do something rather than just making stuff for cheap.
And with it came a new wave of pride that Chinese people have had for locally made products. Citizens started buying Huawei over iPhone en masse, and they're trading in their Volkswagens for Chinese-made BYGs with confidence. It's not just luxury goods. Chinese consumers are embracing locally made, everyday products too, like clothing, home appliances and food. Some Western clothing brands recently boycotted cotton from the Xinjiang province due to consistent allegations of forced labour. But Chinese consumers hit back by buying even more from domestic brands over the Western ones.
There's certain elements of patriotism or pride, of course, when a country become, transformed itself in a short space of time. But the more important is because the products are getting better.
To maintain their competitive edge, the CCP has rolled out their Made in China 2025 plan to improve in 10 different areas, ranging from robotics to medicine and agriculture equipment. As China shakes off its cheap reputation, workers have started demanding better than cheap wages.
There have been more and more strikes, and also workers' awareness have risen to the point of demanding collective bargaining. But since Xi Jinping came to power, it has been a much more suppressive labor regime.
I've seen a lot of companies say that they manufacture ethically now. Would you say that it's difficult to verify?
It is actually very difficult. It's not just Australian companies. A lot of them rely on suppliers. So it is extremely difficult to monitor. It's contractors and subcontractors and subcontractors. It is very difficult.
In recent years, there's a lot of talks about, whether China is a little bit too consumeristic now. There's a lot of debate in social media, also within, the nation's kind of collective conscience. You spend so much money on buying things you don't really need. Do they have to invent so many festivals and to promote all these shopping habits? So I think it's something to watch out for the future.
But do shoppers in China and around the world really care when it comes down to their own pockets? Like, I just really need these. And if I buy before midnight, I'll get free shipping. And I've got a discount code. Yep, I'll get it.